Happy Tuesday and welcome to Volume 4 of the pilot season series. Today we're going to break down the pilot season casting process. Now, before we get into today's content, I just want to say that I'm so excited about Thursday's webinar. If you haven't yet signed up to join us, you really want to now. It's called The 5 Mistakes Actors Make When They Move to Hollywood, and it's great for those of you who don't live in LA yet, and also for those of you who are already here. We're going to break down some of the massive time wasters and money wasters that actors fall prey to, and so you definitely want to click here to join us. And now, let's talk about the pilot season casting process. If you have not yet made it to the point where you were a serious contender for a pilot, this might be kind of a mystifying process for you. You might wonder, now what exactly happens along the journey from being myself to becoming a series regular? And so that's what we're going to talk about today. The first step is usually a pre-read. Unless you're a pretty well-known actor, the casting director will usually bring you in for a pre-read, and that way he or she can get an idea of what you'll bring to the role. Now, a lot of actors say, oh, I don't want to go in for a pre-read, but they're actually great opportunities to connect with the casting director and learn more about what the producers are looking for in the character and learn more about what the show is about. So definitely take all pre-reads with happiness and the joy of knowing that you are up for a series. Now, the second step may in some cases be a callback, where the director is brought in and you have a chance to meet with him or her and kind of break that down with the casting director and the director, him or herself. The third step is usually a producer session, and here is where the executive producers are brought in, and oftentimes they are also writers on the show. So you're there in the room with the producers, the casting director, and the director, and this is a crucial step because if you make it past this step, you're going to get a contract. If you're still in the running after the producer session, your agent will negotiate a test deal, and this will be your contract should you book the role. Exciting, right? Now, once you have this in place, you may attend work sessions with the producers and the directors, and those are opportunities for the director to really make sure that your performance and your embodiment of the character is on point before you start to meet with executives. So the next step is a studio test, and here is where you and a few other actors will perform for studio executives, and of course the director and producers will also be there. Now, the next step is the notorious, scary step, and that is the network test. Here is where network executives are also brought in, and so you can be performing in front of as many as 20 people in the room. And sometimes you're in a screening room where you can't see everybody, and it can be intimidating. So here is where all of your preparation and all of your motivation comes in, and you just want to kill that audition. At this point, it will be between you and maybe one or two other actors, and oftentimes this network test happens on the same day as the studio test, so it can be a super long day. But always remember that if you get to this point, you have already won. You have a quote, you have the experience of having been through this journey, and you've made some incredible relationships with some pretty heavy-hitting industry decision makers. So you should congratulate yourself on the fact that you're there. Now, throughout this whole process, it's essential that you're able to relax, be yourself, and bring your best self to the character. Of course, that's easier said than done, right? Because if you book this, it could definitely change your career and change your life, but putting that kind of significance on it probably isn't going to help you. So just remember, this is another chance to act, have fun, build relationships, and be yourself. Now, I hope you enjoyed the pilot season series. I will see you on Thursday for the webinar. Be sure to click here to join us. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss next week's Guru Tips for Actors. Bye.